Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to another Monday night live stream. I thought I'd throw a bone to some of ye old Mortal Kombat fans tonight. Play some Mortal Kombat Shaolin monks. There's two things I figured out you guys like. It's Mortal Kombat and hidden characters that you're not supposed to play as in Mortal Kombat. So I thought, why not give you both? There's this really cool chap. Let me go find his name so I can link this in the description. Who has basically, so this game, Shaolin Monks on the PS2, the way that they coded the characters in the game makes it so that humans can control just about literally anyone. Everyone down to Shao Kahn, Kintaro, bosses, the multiplayer only characters, up to the mouths of the living forest trees, can actually be controlled by the player without the game freezing, due to the way they made this game. It's very fascinating the way they coded it, and it's very fortunate too, because it means that we can use hacks to play it. Evil Lurker is the name of the guy. We'll post a link. So normally, if you want to do something like this, you have to do a few different options. Most of them are painful. So if you wanted to do this on console, you're going to have to use something like Codebreaker or Game Shark to swap between these characters, which has one major fatal flaw. You can play the entire game with these characters were it not for 2 or 3 spots in the story that are tutorials, and it will basically ask you to perform things that these characters don't have. Specifically, multitality is the big one that stops a lot of characters. But this Evil Lurker guy, that wasn't good enough for him, so he created this trainer. It's essentially a trainer for PC SX2, which is PlayStation 2 emulator. And unfortunately, that particular emulator, the cheat system is terrible. To cheat in this emulator, you have to have these things called PNATCH files, and it's like a manual file in Notepad where you go and type in the cheat, you type in the source code for the game and all that. You tell the emulator to run it, and then if you're lucky and if you put it in the right spot, the game will run the cheat. But there's no real way to edit cheats on the fly like you might in Project 64. You have to actually stop the game, change your PNATCH file, and then go back into the game. So doing something like this would be very cumbersome, you might can imagine, with a code where you're going to have to swap back and forth. The way you get around the multitality thing is you start the game as the character of your choice, you go until there is a problem, you stop, you reload as one of the 4 normally playable characters, finish that section, and then swap characters again. So what Evil Lurker did was he made a cheat code trainer, which basically lets you do this, and it does all the PNATCH black magic for you, so that you don't have to mess with that stuff. And so it makes it very easy to swap back and forth, try different characters. He's also included a moveset changer, because this game works like Tekken, in that a character has a moveset loaded. I believe the original MK2 did that as well. So what that means is you could take like Goro or Kintaro, you could play as them. When it asks you to do the multitality, you swap your moveset to Kung Lao, bingo bango, you're done. That's what you would do. Shaolin Monk Shenanigans. Going to share the link, as I usually do, and then we'll go and get started. I think I'm going to start with Best Boy Kintaro and just see how far we can get with him. If I had to guess, we're going to get stopped by the old the thing that wants you to do a fatality, because I don't think he has any fatalities in this. But we'll see what happens. I'm probably going to spend most of the time playing as the multiplayer characters, because I realize the bosses are more interesting, but the multiplayer characters are actually pretty well developed moveset wise, so it's just more interesting. Trust me, when we play as Kintaro, you'll see what I mean. It's not as interesting as you think it's going to be, but it's still fun to see yourself playing as Kintaro in a game besides Armageddon, which was, to my knowledge, besides Trilogy, the first time you could really control Kintaro. So I've already got Kintaro, the code in, so we won't have to pull it up quite yet. But anyway, let's go ahead and share this in the chat. And we'll be good to go. Also, there are some very funny, very funny animation glitches that you're going to see from using stuff like Kintaro here trying to like run and jump with the normal move sets. But anyway, let's quit out. Let's go back to the main menu here. Which should be the select button, but nice. So it looks like we got Panda Shoes, aka Jaime. Hi yourself. How's it? Eddie has such a dope song, but plays so wacky. That was actually Huarong's theme, but Eddie's theme is good too in Tekken Tag 1. Rasmus says, looks like Match Guard watched your MK2 tutorial so he knows how to deal with Kintaro. Yeah, I would say he probably does. Oops. Unlucky for me. Yeah, you can see a little bit of animation shenanigan there. And apparently my select button is not set. That's a problem. Because I'm going to need select to be quitting out, so let me fix that right quick. Where is my standby image? My stand by me image. Stands above everything. And I'm going to take the stream starts text off the screen. I guess I should do that, huh? That would probably be a good thing to do. Fortunately, this isn't like your standard like EPSXE. You can actually change the settings and stuff while you're in the game, so that's very, very nice. Apply. Okay. Okay, that is beautiful. Sorry about that. Now let's try this out. 3 cheers for Midway coding being nonsense. I mean, yeah, it is effectively nonsense, but I'm kind of glad they did it this way because it allows these hacks. I wish more hackers knew about this because we could probably get some very cool mods of this game if more people knew that this was the way this was coded. So we can just pick whatever character here. It doesn't matter.
A battle raged at the end of the first time.
Also, the resolution of this game is kind of poor. So I'm sure the video is going to be kind of small, especially these cutscenes, so I apologize for that. It's just the way the game was coded, sadly. The guy that made this cheat program, he actually included some sort of weird, like, panorama side screen thing with it, but I messed around with it to turn that off. Yeah, you can see Kintaro's animation because it's trying to fit him into Liu Kang's body.
Your first Mortal Kombat tournament. Earth has been spared, but Shang Tsung is a poor loser.
Oh no. Oh no, Kintaro's turning into Paul's hair.
Shang Tsung's traps. You must find your way off the island before it crumbles into the sea.
I looked at the credits for this game yesterday, by the way. Midway didn't hire any professional voice talent. They just used like in-house people for this. At least I didn't see anybody who's currently a pro voice actor. Alright, so we're playing as Kintaro, and we have the moves that the computer would use are basically mapped. But sometimes there's some wonky animations, like you can see I was curling up into a ball there. So we have a punch, we have this air grab, I think that's supposed to be. Square doesn't appear to do anything. X is just jump. And then his specials are the fireball, an uppercut, and a stomp. So we're going to see how far we can get with Kintaro here. It's probably going to stop us at the Fatality execution thing, but we'll see. Old BBH is heading up 431, huh? And hopefully we can do throws. If we can't throw stuff, that's going to be a problem. But you see what I mean? Kintaro is just not as cool as it sounds because he's so slow. And the enemies are so spongy in this game. Yeah, see, it's just not as interesting as it sounds, unfortunately. When that's the best you can do. And that doesn't even seem to affect it in computer players. Oh yeah, it does, but it just does no damage. And his recovery times are so long. Yeah, I can't do anything while running. I actually have to stop and attack while using this guy. It's just not the fastest. Speaking of 1 credit clears, Rasmus, I saw some... It's kind of funny because I was thinking about would this be possible somehow the other day. And some guy did a task of Revolution X. And he actually 1 credit cleared Revolution X with a task. And he took almost no damage throughout the whole game. Yeah, you see what I mean? Kintaro is just not that fun to play as because he's so slow. And the enemies have so much health, they just end up sitting here doing this. That's why it's going to be more fun to play as characters you're only supposed to play as in versus mode. So why don't we do that? Change to somebody from versus. So let's go with Johnny Cage first. I think Johnny Cage would be pretty cool. He looks fast. He has force balls. I want to try him out. Let's see what happens. I think I got that right. Yeah, out of all the rail shooters out there, Revolution X is definitely one of them. I think it's a fun game. I mean, it's extremely cheesy. It's a product of its time. I actually really like Revolution X. And probably because I played it as a kid, I tend to like Aerosmith's music all right enough, I guess. I think the Aerosmith concept is pretty cool. I just wish the game wasn't such a blatantly obvious cash grab, like to steal your money. Like there's a setting in the CMOS menu to determine how long a player gets to play the game. That's bullcrap in my opinion. At least Area 51 was somewhat fair. Yay, we're Johnny Cage.
You won your first Mortal Kombat tournament. Earth has been spared, but Shang Tsung is a poor loser. This is Goro's lair.
This guy's no Richard Epcar, that's for sure.
You must find your way off the island before it crumbles into the sea.
It's essentially like a better version of Terminator 2 Judgment Day, the arcade game. It's like more features, but probably even... It's definitely not as cheap as Terminator 2. Because you had garbage like the truck level and the bike chase and that kind of stuff, which is just... It's impossible unless you just sit there and pump money in the machine and learn how to do it. Alright, let's see what Johnny's got here.
Learn to perform.
He seems pretty good. And of course, normally there's no way to play as Johnny Cage in the single player, so it would make sense. Oh, force ball, I love it.
Perform your signature.
And the sad thing is these characters work just fine in the single player. Like there was no reason they couldn't have spent like a week or 2 time to go and... You don't even have to give them a unique multitality, just straight up copy one of the others. Midway did lazier things in the 90s, who would have cared? It would have been awesome if we would have been able to play with all these guys in the single player. Dang, Johnny Cage kills it, man. I love it. I played a little bit with Baraka last night testing it. He's pretty good because of his the chop chop move. You can kind of spam with that. And, oh, that throw is so easy too. Just pick stuff up and throw it into death traps. That's going to be really fun. Get burnt, son. Make sure he can block. Yeah, he can. Oh, it's so cool. I love it. Yeah, back when my folks were in the arcade business, Revolution X was one of the cabinets that we had. We tended to get a lot of Midway games, a lot of Tekken games, a lot of light gun games. In particular, the Area 51 series, because they were such big earners. Oh, you can just spam those force balls. It's incredible. You must perform a combo, a block. Oh, okay. Sorry. Sorry, Raiden. Sorry, Papa Raiden. I should have consulted the elder gods first.
When multiple enemies surround you, do not concentrate on just one. Attack in different directions to hit them all.
You don't say. Spam force balls to defeat enemies. I set myself on fire. I think everybody did, because Midway games were just so stereotypical, like 90s gamer. Every single one of them was just like peak 90s gaming. Even the bad ones. Oh, I got air attacks too, okay. That's not as good. That's kind of cool. Can I just like combo him in the air and then force ball him? See, this is going to be a problem with Johnny Cage. It looks like he's mainly designed for the two-player to like counter characters jumping and that kind of thing. Since streaming Cuphead, my viewers, I think you meant shot through the roof. I didn't know you were streaming. I'll have to go check out your channel. We'll create a network, and I'll like have people raid your stream and vice versa. It'll be amazing. You can join the my quickly developing unplayable characters network with like me and Admiral McFish. Really gotta pause this little preview window. It's driving me crazy. Okay, great. Alright, let's continue, see where we end up. Yeah, you can drop a link if you want. I'll check it out after the stream here. Oh, I got a text message. Who could that be from? Alright. Hey guys, look, it's the pit. Wow! Yeah, anytime they give me the ability to instant kill, you better believe I'm gonna do it.
Up here! This is the way off the island!
Wait, but I'm Johnny Cage. Oh, that was Johnny Cage in that cutscene. That's why that happened. Okay. Forgot I had that. And they gave him the red one too. Mars is the red one, Jupiter's most wide. Give me all the health. They even put the witch flying by the moon back there.
It is another of Shang Tsung's servants.
I do not serve Shang Tsung.
Okay. That cutscene really hit home. Ow. So now we're about to get asked to perform a fatality, which should work because Johnny Cage has a fatality in multiplayer. So that should work.
You now have the power
To instantly pass away an enemy.
performing combination.
Alright, let's try this out here. Did you see that sick combo there? Attacking each other. Ouch. Yeah, maybe we'll just make this the Johnny Cage playthrough.
You must execute.
'Cause he's too fun. And I bet all the other multiplayer characters are really fun in single player too, but they just don't give you the option to use them. Boy, that's a really tough to remember fatality. Nice. I don't know how I'm supposed to get that. I haven't played this in so long. I don't remember what the secret was to get back there. We don't have long jump yet, so we'll just continue.
secrets are available if you use the help of an ally.
Can you believe that? A game actually encouraging you to play couch co-op to unlock more stuff? Who would have thought? Oh, I can jump in the air and do that. Okay. I'm learning that new Johnny Cage tech. I swear, there's nothing like better than a hidden character in a beat-em-up game.
Knock an enemy into the weak wall to the left to escape this area. Throw an enemy.
Don't tell me what to do, Raiden. It's kind of funny, the only thing that really stops you from long playing this game with secret characters is the tutorials. Alright, let's go ahead and save the game here. What do you guys think? You want to see some more Johnny Cage, or you want to try out maybe like Baraka or Katana or somebody? I'd have to look at the full list of secret characters from multiplayer we could try.
Use caution.
Well, I tried. Force balls are gonna... It was 2 hours long? Oh no, I don't know what I'm being. I don't think I could say it on YouTube. I only snuck up on me. He must pay. This game sorely lacks a quick dodge button. I guess you have to use your long jump for that. Let's get the long jump and go up and save, and we'll try maybe Katana. I think she'd be fun.
You now have...
Oh, these stupid... Go away. I haven't even messed around with his kick that much. Does Johnny Cage have any other fatalities in this, or does he just have the one? Let's see, for hidden characters we got Johnny Cage, Katana, Baraka, and Reptile. Oh, he does have an extra fatality, so we'll see if we can show that off right quick. It's down, down, right, right, square. Yeah, so we'll see if we can try that out. Oh, it's my arch nemesis, open-ended platforming. Oh, there's something there. Well, I didn't know it was in the foreground. Yeah, you kind of have to get used to that, I guess. And the thing that I found that helps me with streaming is like I have streams that, oh, concept art. Oh, that's all that is. Okay, that was a waste of time. Is you got to enjoy the game you're playing. Like sometimes I find myself just doing a stream because it's stream time and I need to stream something, and those are always the worst for everybody. Except for my hardcore audience, which is like 3 or 4 people. The best streams are the ones where I'm having fun, the crowd's having fun. But at the same time, you can't just play things that everybody wants to see. Drop my remote. Or you get burnt out on it. Like I know that my best streams viewership-wise are Mortal Kombat. You guys love some Mortal Kombat, but if I just played like Mortal Kombat Classic MK all day, every Monday, I would get burnt out real quick and the stream quality would suffer. So that's why I mix it up.
Ahead, hold the key when you lock on to.
Yeah, bye. Johnny Cage's throw makes it really easy. Bye. Boy, that was tough.
Long ago, in the magic realm of Outworld, Shao Kahn hungered for power, for strength, for all things dark and arcane.
I would like to
The
skip
blood
this
he
cutscene.
spilled in-
Thank you. So we got down, down, right, right, square. Somebody wants to get thrown into spikes. Oh, that was fair. You guys ever been killed in a cutscene? Several years ago, me and some buddies were playing, I think it was the first Ninja Gaiden on the NES. And I believe there's a cutscene in there where your main character gets shot. And so we came up with this idea for a game that I went to use the fatality and he killed me. We came up with this idea for a game where you have to skip the cutscene or you die. And like that's the only way to get by the section is to skip the cutscene. Streets of Combat and Knuckles. I would try to get new customizations. Remember when MK cutscenes were honest? They were never honest, to be honest. Wait, if I continue, I get free full health? That's nice. Stop. My poor depth perception strikes again. You guys want to throw some projectiles? Yeah, Cage has got some really tricky combos. Like, you can uppercut people and then bounce them with the force balls, or you can jump and do this air attack. He's got some really neat stuff. Probably some neat tech for later bosses in here. Whoa! Alright, let's see. This is his other one. Yep. The physics of that work completely in real life. I died in one playing Parasite Eve. I died a lot of times playing that. That is one epic troll like Genesis X-Men in the reset level. I'm unfamiliar, so you'll have to explain that to me. Is there like a bug level or something that always resets unless you skip it? But like having to skip the cutscene to survive would be some Hideo Kojima stuff. That's like some put the controller in the fourth port to not have your inputs read type stuff. I'm forgetting I have... Oh, that's cool. Like, everything this guy has juggles. Everything. I wonder what that guy's doing back there. Stop that. Panda Shoes with the $10 says, sorry about Parasite Eve. I don't know why you're so sorry about that. I enjoyed that game. It was legitimately fun. I mean, it was frustrating, but every game is the first time you play it through. The only thing I seriously didn't like about Parasite Eve was the fact that you could get locked into that bonus level, the one with the big crab. That was kind of cheap. Because if you went all the way through there and ran out of guns and ammunition and saved, you had a real hard time getting out, you know, like I did. But we made it. It was Gucci. It was some of the highest revenue streams that I had ever put out, so I was more than happy. Oh, 90s Midway, never change. So I think that's going to open up this passage back here. I legit haven't played through this game in probably 15 or 20 years. I wish Riven Mike was on tonight, because we used to co-op this game a good bit. It was always a good time. fun as Johnny Cage is, I think once we hit our next save point, I'm going to swap to Katana and see what that's like. That's the cool thing about this trainer, is that it lets you swap like mid-file. You don't have to start a new file. You can just keep going, but you can change your character. So we'll do that. I gotta remember that lock-on is R2. That keeps confusing me. Well, I didn't know there was going to be a pit there. Okay, Ed Boon, stay in your lane. No platforming, okay? We remember what happened the last time MK tried platforming. For those of you who don't know what happened, refer to my Mortal Kombat Mythology stream. Because that was fun. Is it wanting me to... Because it would make too much sense to just jump on the grass and go around. Looks like I need to throw something into it, but I don't know what. Probably that enemy that I killed and despawned. Let's see if I can... Yeah, there we go. Alright, maybe he's back now. No, he's not. Where is he? So I can go up here, but... I don't know if Johnny Cage can take enemies as human shields, so... Yeah, I'm just gonna swap over. Let's try out Katana and see what that's like. Haha, Katana, go. Brrr. Here's another thing this game has that modern games don't have. An instruction manual. You guys remember these? Back when game companies actually cared? Now if you get an instruction manual, it's going to be like 2 pages, and you're just going to have to like download it on the website or something. But this has got everything I need to know to become champion of Earthrealm in Mortal Kombat. And they felt the need to put some win-loss recording records down here. Like who is going to be sitting around with their friends and recording versus records for Mortal Kombat Shaolin Monks multiplayer? Like, really? They were just trying to fill out the page quota there. Look at this nice advertisement for Fall 2005, The Suffering Ties That Bind. Another Midway, one of the Midway-iest Midway games there was. Can you believe it? You've already finished The Suffering? Now you're ready for The Suffering 2. Wasn't there like a demo of The Suffering that they put out somewhere? That if you had like a Game Shark, you could just access the whole game because they put the whole game on there? This is definitely not the prettiest looking katana that they've made. This one's kind of... It's very blocky. Like, I realized she wasn't the main character in this game, but still. Could have done better.
Use caution.
Alright, let's try it again. Yeah, see, now we can use the sword for this fight here. La Pucelle tactics, right? All instructions, no backstory or lore. I remember seeing an advertisement for that game, but I never tried it. Was it any good? I really like strategy games like Final Fantasy Tactics and Brigandine. I really like Brigandine, but I'm no good at them. Like, I'm terrible. Total War. I really like Total War. I can play some Europa Universalis 4 pretty well, but I'm just not good at kind of like the turn-based unit strategy. I wish I was. I'm just not, sadly. I think the unused MK4 katana had a better model than this one. Jeez. Let's see, we don't need that sword. We're katana. We're an unplayable character in single player. Dang, she's fast. Look at this. Sorry if I lost you for a second. OBS had a heart attack for some reason. Not really sure why. I was probably just making fun of Katana's character model in this game. All of the ninja ladies look pretty rough. Like, I tried out Jade last night. She's one of the bosses that you can play as. She looked pretty rough. And her moveset is really bad for a single player playthrough, so wasn't the most interesting thing, unfortunately. I have actually never tried Cuphead. It was on my Steam wish list for the longest time. And then I just like took it off. I just decided I didn't want to play it anymore. So Katana has fan toss. She has fan lift. All classic MK2 moves. And she has square wave punch as her anti-air. She's got some neat in-air stuff too. Absolutely, an MK11 Jade is fine. Like, she's not going to be in tournaments because the top tiers are so top tier in that game, but she's perfectly fine in MK11. I've always been a big fan of Jade. I really like Jade. I always wanted to play as her in MK2 back in the day, and nobody got a chance to until like MK Deception maybe was the first time Jade was playable. Or UMK3, I'm sorry, I'm an idiot. UMK3. Gosh, these combos, it's so easy. These guys are the worst. Okay, I get it, Ed Boon. You want me to block and punish. Okay, I'll do it. Hitting people up in the air and then jumping up and hitting them again is cool. We should do that in more games. Definitely not having as much fun with Katana. She's alright. I don't know the fatality. What is it? What is her fatality? Back, back, forward, forward, square? Okay. Because this was a game for filthy casuals, all the fatality inputs are very easy. Fatality. La Pucelle lacks the whole unit creation, so you have a weird Pokemon-like recruitment system with some main characters sprinkled in. I mean, that's kind of similar to FF Tactics, is it not? And I only played the Game Boy Advance Final Fantasy Tactics. I never played the PS1 one, which I know is blasphemy, but...
For strength, for all things dark and arcane. The blood he spilled in his brutal conquest of Outworld.
Alright, let's see if we can get through this Wuxi Academy this time before we consider switching again. Which with Katana's never-ending combo chain, it shouldn't be too hard. And I don't know if these bonus characters can use the experience like from the menu for upgraded abilities, so I don't know if there's any advantage to comboing, or if you should just like destroy the enemies quickly. At least we know where to go this time. Like I can check the menu here. Specials. Yeah, like I doubt this does anything for us. I would assume that their special attacks are just like good enough to begin with. I would assume. Well, here we'll try to upgrade to this second fireball and see what happens. I don't think anything's gonna happen. What was the command for that? Square? Yeah. Because square is her square wave punch, ironically enough. Oh, we're gonna get killed. Her projectile doesn't seem very good. Here, let's chuck this guy into the... PS1 FF Tactics has unit creation. La Pucelle has you lead an army of bats and a polar bear into a demon fight. I mean, that's pretty much Brigandine and Brigandine Grand Edition, which has an English patch out there, by the way, for anybody who wants to try the superior version. Yeah, maybe he is, Rasmus. Maybe he is. I saw where somebody actually completed a playthrough of this using the boss, Shang Tsung. Which I don't know how in the world they had the patience for it, because Shang Tsung is very slow paced to play as. He has like no light combo. His the only fireball he can do is the 3 in a row one. And he has like a grab, which is nice, but it takes up a lot of time and it doesn't do that much damage. Dude finished the whole game. What is this guy doing? He's over here like teabagging. Yeah, so I threw the guy into the thing and he didn't What does it want me to do here? Besides getting murdered. Katana sucks. Don't play as her. What's that? Some sort of secret code there? Yeah, don't play as Katana. Let's try Reptile, my boy Reptile. Maybe he'll be more fun. I always really liked Reptile back in the day. He just was never really very good, sadly. Unless Reptile is just god awful, we'll actually finish some more Wuxi. We won't do the same thing again. It's really annoying I have to move this window over, but whatever. There we go. It's the Midway code, yeah. The Midway code would just be the Ed Boon arcade code to access the secret menu on Mortal Kombat cabinets. The EGB menu or whatever it is. Which has an exploit in it to turn some games to free play, if I remember correctly, by the way. Because it's just like an extension of the game's normal menu. And so he forgot that someone might try to do that. Alright, we got our boy Reptile here. He's got acid spit. But they cut the sound effect. Like, that's the one from UMK3, but they cut it in half. Why? Maybe when it hits, it does the full thing. We got the slide, of course. Force ball. Combos seem decent. My understanding that Reptile's good in UMK3, just demanding. He's top tier in Deadly Alliance. He's not bad in 9 and 10. Reptile's always been pretty good in the meta, with the exception of being Mortal Kombat 2. He's pretty trash in MK2. Just like, why would you play him when you could play like Sub-Zero, I guess, if you want a sliding character? Because anybody, like some Stevie Wonder, could see the force ball coming. It's so bad in MK2. I was holding block, thank you. Yeah, can I go back to Johnny Cage yet? This guy sucks. Let's just spam this sweep. Yeah, the spit really annoys me because it's supposed to make that sound after it hits. Poor Reptile is low tier in MK Shaolin monks. There's just no way. I remember Reptile being fairly annoying in MK9. I played a lot of MK9 online, which I'm sure didn't have the best netcode, but I did play it quite a bit. And I don't care what Ed Boon's data says, the co-op mode was really fun. Me and my roommate, he was a Cyrax main, so he was in really good shape. And I played Smoke. So we had a lot of fun tearing up the co-op online. And he is not a fighting game guy either. He doesn't have a lot of experience with fighting games. I'm not the best fighting game player, but I have experience with them. I know the terminology. He was not. And I remember looking up some big juicy Cyrax combos online. And he's like, how do you do this? I'm like, you gotta buffer it. And he's like, what is buffering? So I taught him about buffering. It like changed his life. Let's go ahead and save here so when we fail at the Wuxi Academy, we don't have to do this section again. When we inevitably have to go running back to Johnny Cage in shame. Maybe Reptile's force ball is at least good. That face, man. They did Reptile so wrong. Post UMK3, he's just hideous.
The guards
Oh, I don't know what it is. What's his fatality? He has one. Huh? What was that noise? Nice, I think. I'd say they compensated for the redesign by giving him crab stance and deadly lines, but then he lost that.
For strength.
Oh, I forgot about crab stance. It's so bad.
Conquest of Outworld is impossible.
I remember seeing that as however old I was for the first time and being like, how do I unlock Cyrax? And I believe Cyrax is like dead last bottom tier in that game too, if I remember correctly. But I remember working so hard grinding, I think it was platinum coins to unlock him. Yeah, I think Johnny Cage is definitely the winner of the most exciting non-playable so far. Because all the others just have kind of... The fan lift is not really useful in single player. Oh, I found a secret area.
A statue filled with evil energy blocks your path.
I don't know what the Fist of Ruin is. Yes, you're exactly right. They're very polite. What was so awful about Cyrax? I wasn't like a competitive player at the time, so I didn't know anything about him. I just remember reading like years ago that he was really bad, like really, really bad, for reasons. It's funny how that guy just gives in half when he gets hit. Never change, 90s, 2000s, Midway, never change. Like, I could totally jump that, but okay. We'll do it your way, game. He doesn't have his net, bomb setups are impossible, and gets no damage off combos. Yeah, that sounds like a recipe for bottom tier. Which is a crying shame. Oh, that's what it was wanting me to do there. Wait, really? I have to unlock a path down here to come and unlock a path back up there, which is probably going to let me open up another path down here. Thanks a lot. That's some top tier 90s, 2000s Midway game design if I've ever seen it. Let's go ahead and break this one too. Oh, whatever, I made that. Oh yeah, I forgot to show off Baraka. That's the last character. We'll do him next. in honor of these Tarkata that are just killing me here. I like how he took like 2 to 3 hits and then he exploded. Could you imagine if like you got hit by a car in real life and like you just bounced forward 2 or 3 times and then you exploded? Some top tier Midway physics here. It's beautiful, really beautiful. If I remember correctly, wasn't Su Hao fairly viable in that game despite everyone hating him? Now I have to go look up a Deadly Alliance tier list. Where's ketchup and mustard when you need them for the competitive Deadly Alliance? I gotta say, since I've been on break from Tekken, I've been playing some Street Fighter 6 here and there, or 5 rather. 6 isn't out yet. It just looks like it was released 10 years ago. So I've been playing some Street Fighter 6, and I gotta say there's definitely a higher percentage of people with bad manners in that game than there is Tekken. At least from the matches I've played. Generally the bad manners in Tekken don't start until you hit like green ranks, and you start playing people who are like really far above you that just humiliate you. That's when the teabagging and the key charging starts. But I mean, even in like Super Bronze of Street Fighter 5, people will beat you one round and just start teabagging, you know, like like they're not playing in Super Bronze.
No, not again.
Where's Ronda Rousey when I need her? It seems like I watched it some time ago. I need to look it up again. Those guys always do some very interesting write-ups on MK Meta. I wonder if Sonya is one of the hidden characters. I don't know that she ever fights in this. So I don't know if you would ever get to... Like, she would have a moveset. Ow. So that's how Sonya got kidnapped.
Coming in through the front gate. We gotta get around to the back.
There's the boy right there. Hello, boy. At least Reptile's damage seems fairly high. Like everything launches. There's a scene in the ending of this game. If you haven't seen it, this isn't a big spoiler, but like Liu Kang is talking to Katana and Katana turns him down or whatever. And here comes Johnny Cage and he just goes, "She's hot." It's the cheesiest thing I've ever seen.
More secrets are available if you use the help of an ally.
Could I push Johnny Cage onto the button? Would that work? Let's see. Because of the way they program this game, it might work. Let's see. No, he goes through it.
More secrets are available if you use the help of an ally.
A game encouraging co-op. Who would have thought? Crazy. We've got to go around to the back. Oh, we can like grab people off the ground with that? That's kind of cheesy. Okay, I'm learning that reptile tech. Let's go. He still gets like a 2 out of 10 because they screwed around with the sound effect for the acid spit. Best I can tell, that's not even a special move. That's just an air grab that hits grounded opponents. Yeah, I don't remember what it was, sorry.
Keep them off me while I close the front gate.
The peak Midway game design is freaky flyers, where to unlock the hidden characters you have to attack random pieces of set dressing. Now that's a game I've only heard of. I don't know if I've ever even seen freaky flyers be played. But I'm not being coy. Because we're Reptile, we just throw them off the building. Goodbye. I guess he was the weakest link. What is my finisher? Back, 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 down, square. Easy enough. I got killed. Ah. Ah. How many characters were there to unlock? If you just gotta attack a snowman to get one, they gotta be pretty easy to get, right? At least we got to start at the point where we get to see not Carrie Hoskins being mercilessly beat. Oh, man, we're getting sliced and diced here. Gosh, these character models are terrible. Will you stop? This game really encourages you to do those fatalities, because otherwise enemies just take so long to kill. Unfortunately, a lot of it just goes out of the window with bosses, and the final bosses in particular is just like, hey, all the skills that you learned during the game, just throw it straight out the window. Doesn't matter. Don't use it.
Keep them off me while I close the front gate.
Yeah, tell me about it, Jack Knights. That was awesome. Nowadays, you're lucky if you get like MK11 had Frost, where you have to beat Chapter 5 of the story mode to get her, but there's a prompt to buy her on the main menu screen when you log in. Like a sword, perhaps? Or some claws? If you mean to tell me that Kung Lao with his hat couldn't undo those defenses... Falling for that one again. Couldn't remember what it was. Just need to write it in the chat so I don't forget. Keep him off you. Shut up, Johnny Cage. Not Tom, Johnny Cage.
Good. Now come back to the center courtyard and help me open the gate there.
It's back down square. Okay. Why? His character models for the Baraka are so terrible. They are so bad. Nice little 10 hit there. Alright, what's it wanting me to do here? Don't be coy. Ah. That sounds a little bit like Diddy Kong Racing with some of the mini-game unlocks. You had to actually explore the levels to find them. I'm not really against it because it's a great way to encourage replay value and exploration, which is where a lot of the fun of games comes from. Except in today's games, because they just give you a mini-map and tell you exactly where everything is. I feel like a lot of games nowadays are made by people who heard what a video game was and tried to make one. And that's a harsh statement because there's a lot of really talented people out there making games. They're made by like boards of directors now. I'm hoping that Elden Ring's success will change some of this. but they'll probably just like misunderstand what people liked about it. Okay, this is just creating more enemies, so what am I supposed to be doing here? No, you don't, but it still encourages you to go do it. Diddy Kong Racing didn't care. In Diddy Kong Racing, like, you would just straight up have to lose the match if you didn't. Like, to get the collectible, you'd have to go off the course, and theoretically you could still come back and win, but probably just be easier not to. Whew. Yeah, give me that combo ender here. I legit don't know what it's wanting me to do. I'm having a game journalist moment here. Unless there was a sharp weapon up here I missed that I could use to go cut those ropes. I guess I should have been listening to whatever Johnny Cage had to say. Get our panoramic view going here. Hunt for the Bread October. Have you guys ever done Submarine Movie Night? Speaking of the days in college playing MK9, we used to do Submarine Movie Night where we would split pizza and get a submarine movie. Those are the days, man. No worries, just a couple of college kids sitting around watching a Sean Connery movie. Alright, this is really annoying me and I don't have time for this on stream. So we're gonna Google it. Because there's a chance it could be a problem with the character I'm playing as too, so we need to check and make sure that it's not something that's gonna cause a problem here. Apparently Johnny Cage has a hidden fatality as well that we'll have to try. Wonder if any of the other characters have extra fatalities, because it seems strange for Johnny Cage to get a third one. Here you need to protect Cage again. When he is done, go through the door he took to get a weapon from the hold. So according to this, Johnny Cage should be doing something, but he's not. Come on, Cage, do stuff. would think he would be over here to turn this door crank for us, but...
I'm almost done.
Yeah, there we go. Just some Midway's 90s bugs. There we go. You just have to physically move the NPC into position, and then they'll work. No problem at all.
I've almost got it closed. Get a sword from the armory to release the rear defenses.
Never change, Midway, never change. Ooh, I needed that.
These guys don't know who they're messing with. I'm Johnny Key.
He's so dumb in this, I love him. She's hot. A 2. A 3.
Work here.
A 4. Get down there. I haven't done anything to the sound. The game is doing that.
Keep moving. The other academy needs your help.
The other academy? I thought it was just one academy.
Go on.
You and me both, Panda. You and me both. Must have Fire 3 to complete puzzle. I mean, if we could have afforded a submarine, that would have been good. But, you know, in college, after you pay for pizza, you really don't have much money left for a submarine. So we just had to settle for, like, Redbox. Or actually, if I remember correctly, one of my buddies that I was rooming with at the time subscribed to Netflix. Probably with his parents' money or something like that. But he had to, this was like the OG Netflix. Like, you young kids don't remember this, but like when Netflix was very first a thing, there was no app to get on and watch movies. You would just have to get on the website and pick like what movies you wanted to see, and then they would mail them to you. And then you would watch the movies, and then when you got done with them, you would return them. It was kind of like Gamefly, but for movies. And I remember they had like different plans that let you basically have more movies at one time. So you could do the cheap plan and you would just get like 1 or 2, or you could pick like the more expensive plan and you could keep like 4 or 5 or something like that. I'm not really a super huge movie guy though. So like whenever we rented the movie, I was probably going to like watch it and then just be done with it. I wasn't a big like want to spend some time watching it multiple times guy. Get trebucheted, dude.
You cannot go into the portal until the main academy halls are set.
I'm just trying to save the game so I can play as Baraka Raiden. Jeez. All I ever wanted was to be not Reptile. But I made this dumb promise to my subs that we would finish this area so we wouldn't have to see it again.
A statue filled with evil.
LOL MK trying to do game progression.
You cannot go in.
The music in this is definitely Dan Forden. myself on fire. This is the area we came from. I don't know if you can still like get the mail-in plan from Netflix. Does anybody out there still have the mail-in plan from Netflix? I haven't checked. I canceled my Netflix a while ago because there wasn't anything good to watch on there hardly. But yeah, I wonder if you can still do, like, if you live somewhere without internet, if you could still do the mail plan. I'm unfamiliar with Air Gallet. Is that Gallet or Gallet? I don't know that one.
Just your might.
Oh, this is bad. My old decrepit fingers can't take it. That's why they invented auto fires for aging gamers like myself. Airbuster Trouble Specialty Raid Unit. That's quite a mouthful. Is he streaming right now? After I lay down to go to sleep, that will be one to watch. Maybe. What am I supposed to be doing? I like how this is quickly turning into the Reptile playthrough. Can't leave through that door either. According to this, there should be one over here, but... And now I'm worried because of that Johnny Cage glitch that something that was supposed to activate here didn't. Oh, we can get on the roof. Okay. Johnny Cage has been unlocked in Versus. We ain't worried about Johnny Cage in Versus. We got Johnny Cage in one-player mode. What are you talking about? Oh, I messed that up and it actually corrected it for me. Stupid casualization of games. Gosh, he's ugly. Alright, here we go. I can like feel the carpal tunnel when I do this. Oh, I let go of X to press it.
Test your might.
Do so much as quit tapping X for a second because your old decrepit hands give out. That bar shoots down so fast.
Excellent. Test your
Oh, you're killing me.
impressive.
It's impressive how decrepit my hands are after years of button mashing.
A statue filled.
I really need to find that thing that breaks the statues of evil energy. You've been yawning like an old man. This is all still just as on fire as it was. Another one.
Test your might.
I just had to really get my forefingers into it. There we go.
Standing.
Yeah, Metal Gear Solid 1 and 2 both had some hard story gates in there too that you couldn't get by without button mashing. Because even our high school selves, the same guy, the one I taught buffering to, he was like a Metal Gear fanatic, still is. And he played Metal Gear Solid 2 all the way to the end on Extreme. And he got stuck for like a year because of that stupid part at the end where Solidus chokes you. And so at one point I had bought a controller that was an off-brand controller, but it had turbo built into it. And so I remember bringing that over to his house so that he could use the turbo function to beat that section. And it was like after 2 years, finally beat it. And I'm pretty sure he had to fight all the Metal Gear Rays before we could even use the auto fire. This whole area is just button mashing the game. I don't know, I'm kind of over quick time events as a whole. My decrepit failing fingers aside.
Excellent.
They were kind of cool in RE4 and maybe God of War 1, but after a while I just kind of got over them. Okay, thanks for that. Hopefully Johnny Cage isn't supposed to be doing some cutscene function here and he's just not glitched out. I juggle commando Johnny Cage. Why are they training?
Do you trust me? Listen to my words as you continue your exercises, for you will need to remember them later. Shang Tsung is not as defeated as we had hoped.
I am a
faced
terrible
him while
voice
you fought
actor,
the
and I have
attacking
escaped to
mutants.
Outworld.
More, I believe he now defies the Elder Gods themselves. Baraka could not have come with a legion of mutant scum had Shang Tsung not been aiding him. With his defeat in the Mortal Kombat tournament, he will be anxious to prove himself superior to you and take his vengeance. This will make him reckless and more dangerous than ever.
Yeah, we don't have enough of this crappy, poorly voice acted cutscene. Watch as we skip all of this with this nonsense with ease. Hey, it's 8 point. All right, we could try Baraka before I go to bed. Been one of those days. Also, I figured out why that save screen keeps coming up there. It's because apparently I accidentally set the select button to the mouse being moved down. How did my stream starts text get on? Why didn't you guys tell me about that? Whole stream just in the garbage. That's why viewership tanked. Everybody came in and was like, this is great content, but I just can't watch with that stream starts text on there. Got to get rid of it. All right, let's try out. There's also like Noob Saibot and Goro and a few things, but they don't really have. I don't think Noob Saibot has moves, if I remember correctly. He's kind of busted in that he just shows up in a cutscene or something, so he doesn't have moves. Sonya is in the list, and it doesn't have her listed as a boss, so I kind of want to try her. But I'm going to guess, what the heck, we'll try her. We'll try her out. I don't know how many moves she's going to have. Maybe, I think there's a section at the end of the game where you fight alongside her and Jax. And she has some moves, so maybe, just maybe, she'll have something we can use. But we'll just have to see. Shang Tsung's aid to Baraka was a 1K Dave and Buster's gift card. That probably won't go very far at Dave and Buster's. Not far at all. Let's give this a shot, see what happens. Hey, we're definitely playing as Sonya. Walking and stopping causes her pelvis to collapse in on itself like a neutron star. Square does nothing. No special moves. She can jump. Unfortunately, it looks like Sonya has no special moves. We could possibly switch her moveset with another characters, but that would kind of defeat the whole point. We would just be using like Lou Sonya or something. She has like no voice clips. Like when she takes damage, she's not screaming or anything. Yeah. So this is pretty much a bum character. No real reason to use her, unfortunately. Like I said though, this game is just like ripe to be hacked. Like somebody who knew what they were doing could get in here and add some movesets for some of these characters. Like, there's Cabal. I don't know if Cabal, if you fight Cabal, like if he has moves in this. It pretty much has to be characters that have moves, whether as a boss or something else. Otherwise, it doesn't work. There's Boss Jax. We could try Jax. Baraka's pretty boring. I kind of want to finish it out tonight on a boss. Shao Kahn is fun, but he's not as interesting as you think because he has some bugs with like his movement and stuff. Goro might be interesting. We got Melina, Kano. Kano sucks. Goro, Jade. Jade sucks. Played as her last night. Not very fun. Let's try this Jax boss here. Should be a fun time. His people ate for the night and Baraka played some MK4. He was probably pretty sad to learn he wasn't in the arcade version of MK4. His ending, though, in MK Gold is probably the single greatest thing to come out of MK4, with the exception of like Scorpion or Sub-Zero's endings, or maybe Tanya's ending. All the endings in that game are just unintentional comedy gold, though. They're so good. Like go look up Scorpion's ending in MK4/MK Gold, preferably the N64 version, just because it's animated with in-game character models. Oh, it's so bad, but it's amazing. Like Scorpion teleports Quan Chi to the Nether Realm, and because they didn't want to design an animation, like you get this like 64-bit polygon Quan Chi with his GoldenEye 64 hands just flailing like this. It's hilarious. Alright, here's Jax. You got a ground pound, which is just his normal square. Energy wave. That's going to be the grab. Special moves are just... It looks like he doesn't have special moves, really. They're just normal moves. Doesn't have any air attacks. We can try and see. Maybe he can do something.
The portal to Outworld.
Yes, give me some enemies. I want to try this guy out. We're off to a great start. Yeah, see, like these attacks do little to no damage. Can I do a gotcha grab on him? Yeah, unfortunately Jax is fairly gimped, doesn't have a lot of moves that he can do. No real dice with Jax, I'm afraid. Come on, let's find somebody good here. Who else we got? Surely there's a boss character that would actually be worth playing the game with. How about... play as some of the Oni characters, some of the Tarkata. I want to play as the Tree Mouth from the Living Forest. Unfortunately, I don't see him in the trainer here. Raiden probably doesn't have any moves because I don't think he's ever fought. You know what? Let's go with Goro. Why don't we try out Goro? Why not end it on a bang with the original boss? Non-boss, final boss, non-final boss character. Goro himself. Hey, no problem. I'm just glad anybody's here at all. You all have lives that do not revolve around, especially me, but also not the internet, so don't feel like you have to be here. But you're always welcome to when you got time. Is he doing like an air theme tonight? Is that why it's so many like air duel and all that? Oh, it's shoot 'em ups. Okay. All right, let's see what Goro's got before I go to bed. Also, some news. I'm considering, and by considering I mean I'm probably going to switch the night of the stream to Thursdays potentially, and see how that goes for a little bit. Because that way I'll be able to go back to the full 3 hours on Thursdays. So. But I may put up a poll about it and see. Or I may just like try it and see how it goes. Oh, one of his buttons is the flex, and it just gets like the enemy to hit you. But unlike Kintaro, he can actually scoop the enemy up off the ground. Oh, that soul suck is really annoying. Gives you that good suck. This must be a Goro variation that like carries a pole or something. Oh, that stupid grab. You disappoint me, Goro. Thought you would be cool. He does have a lot of stuff that can hit on the ground, at least. This is a problem with the bosses in this. All their attacks are based around like these big power moves, and they have no real combos. So it makes fighting all these damage sponge enemies very time consuming. There is another Goro in the game's code. I wonder if that's the one to play. Like I want to play a good Goro, the one that's not like stuck carrying around. See, I picked Goro boss 2. I need to pick boss 1. Let's see if he's any better. And again, you guys can check out Admiral McFish over at his channel. He did some slightly more in-depth videos on these characters that you can check out. And he did some of the NPCs, like the Oni and that type of thing, so you can check them out. Should be a little bit more interesting. Yeah, but let's check out Goro here. It's unfortunately my bedtime. But I'm going to consider the Thursday stream for next week. We're going to probably try it and see. Assuming nothing comes up. Because I think a lot of people, for whatever reason, are willing to stay up later on Thursdays. just because they know it's Friday and they can get a little more time to sleep Friday evening, I guess. You may find things you didn't notice before. You don't say. Oh, he's still got the pole. And the flex. Yeah, he's just the same. Oh, that grab attack is so annoying. I'm afraid Goro's not very interesting. Alright, there you have it. That's some unusable characters for you in the story mode of Shaolin Monks. I'm going to go to bed now and consider my life choices. Hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a comment, like, and all that below. Maybe I could do some more videos on these guys if you're interested. I'm sure there's some characters out there. Like I said, Baraka is a lot of fun. I didn't show Baraka, but I did try him out last night. He's a lot of fun. And there's probably some more bosses that are more usable. Like I said, there is a playthrough on YouTube where somebody used MK2 Shang Tsung from start to finish. So you can kind of go check that gameplay video out for how that would look. Anyway, guys, thanks for stopping by tonight. We'll see you soon for the next stream. I'll post some more information about when that will be. Good night.